Hi everybody, here we are at the end of week 9, really quickly approaching the end of the term. But there is great learning that's going on at the moment, and we're in the middle of looking at some of that. The Year 5s have been engaged in a project, the Diorama project. I've got the lovely Mia and Ava with me and Mrs. Stead, and I'm going to hand over to Mrs. Stead to explain a little bit about what this project is about, but more importantly, how we build from Year 5 into Year 6 and prepare students for the challenges that they're going to face and the adventure into Year 7 and beyond too. Hand to you.
Thank you. So in Stage 3, it's really important to teach skills in a measured way. So in Year 5, the students in science are studying Australian animals and habitats and so on. And so it's very structured along the way, except when we get to our project, we actually get to think, oh, how can I do this in my own way? How can I plan my time to create something that will really explain all the information I've taken in? And that's excellent. So it's a research element, but then it's a production and a presentation element. And each student, I know you've really enjoyed it, each student gets to go through this and work out, okay, what am I going to do in week 2, week 4, week 6, and so on. And then that really gets the kids ready for Year 6, because in Year 6, the term-long flip project is an excellent thing for children, and they actually don't need to stick to the class-wide thing, but they can actually think, wow, what interests me, what do I want to research, and what do I want to create? And even, I guess the extra step is, what can I produce that will benefit someone? Because often that's a big thing to think about.
That's a great component. As we think about
Absolutely.
Christian living, we think about what does that look like for the benefit of the other. So that really is looking at that critical thinking, research-based, being able to take learning to that new level, which is about secondary as well. So Mia, can I ask you, tell me a little bit about the Diorama project and what did you learn, what did you do?
Yeah. Well, so basically we got asked to study an Australian animal and then build an enclosure for it and then present it in front of our classes.
Great. And so Ava, can you tell me a little bit about what did you learn from this particular project?
Well, I learned you have to be patient when you're trying to make it, because when you face problems, you have to problem solve and find new solutions. And I also learnt that you have to spread out your time wisely and make sure that you spread out different tasks on different days to make sure you're on top of everything.
That is fantastic. Now, I think you've just helped to give the answer then about how do you think, because we know in Year 6 you're going to have a flip project as well, which is a bit bigger, isn't it, that's there. So how do you think this project has prepared you for what might be coming ahead?
Well, for Year 6, I think I've learnt some cool techniques in painting, and we've just learnt to improvise and stuff.
Yeah, okay. And so Flip's a longer term project, isn't it, as well? Do you think this project has helped you to think about what you might even want to do for Flip?
Maybe a bit, because I like to make stuff that's creative, and I love art and stuff, so I think I'd make my flip about some kind of art.
Yeah, that's great. And look, obviously, we want learning to be purposeful. We want the things that you're doing now to not only be great for now, but to learn and help us for the future as well. Look, I hope that what you're hearing is that our students are really both engaged in the immediate learning, but also thinking about that bigger picture, about that learning, and also thinking about how do we use our learning to benefit others, which in our school, as a Christian school, we really want to do that. We want to glorify Christ, and we know that that's often about thinking about other people. Congratulations to both of you. I know we're going to have the benefit of being able to see some of these amazing pieces of work, and I hope that that gives you a little insight into how our Year 5 and our 6 project, as we move through upper primary school, how that prepares well into secondary too. Thanks, Mrs. Stead.
Thank you.
And
Thank you.
thanks to the teachers as well for the great work that they do. Hope you have a great weekend.